The Chiefs in prime time going up against a Lions team that it's one of the best teams in the NFL by everybody. That's what everybody's saying. It didn't matter they lost to the Packers and got dominated. It mattered that they beat the living hell out of the Bengals and the Browns and the Bears. That's what mattered. And then they go up against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs beat them 30-17. And I'm just left wondering, wow, the big bad boy Lions getting completely embarrassed by KC on primetime. Where have I seen this before? Just a couple of weeks ago, actually, Lamar Jackson got embarrassed too.
Bro skipped last week.
But this is who the Chiefs are, though. This is who Patrick Mahomes is. When the moment calls for it, he's gonna step up to the occasion. 288 total yards, 4 total touchdowns, completed 73% of his passes. This is who Riv said was regressing. This is who everybody keeps on doubting. And now Rashee Rice is coming back.
String cornerbacks and DBs.
And he played Aiden Hutchinson. And Patrick Mahomes right now has 15 total touchdowns to only 2 turnovers on the season. He has been one of the very best quarterbacks in the league.
Performance against third stringers.
I acknowledge it. It is what it is.
And I'm acknowledging the season he's having. He's been a dog. I've been vocal, and you know that. I'm glad.
Those are the same third stringers that you didn't think he was going to dominate like this.
I didn't say, hey, that's Cap, and you know it. I was torn on this game.
He was torn. He was torn. I just think it's funny. Where you're acting like the Chiefs have just went out there and beat everybody this year when that's like not the case. They beat the Ravens for sure. Great win at the moment. Beat Detroit tonight. Big win. Let's please not forget last week they just lost to the Jags. A couple weeks ago they lost to the Eagles. A couple weeks ago they lost to the Chargers. So this is a team that's lost some games, won some games for sure. But just tonight, statement win. Like you mentioned, Joel, you were tweeting crazy as if you're a Chiefs fan. Might as well be one. Statement win. Big win. At home against Detroit. Granted, what Drew said, they didn't have any secondary players, honestly. But the ones they do have, realistically, aren't that good anyways, in my opinion. But Mahomes has been great this year. I'm pretty sure most of us had him as our MVP pick this year. You get Rashee Rice back soon. He's going to be spectacular for his offense. His offense has been great. The defense, I think, though, is something we need to talk about. I think that was the story of today because I feel like the defense has been the unit that's been lagging behind over the past couple weeks. This offense statistically has been really good. Mahomes has been one of the best quarterbacks in football. You know, he's been the guy for them in the run, in the pass, making things go. But I think the defense, in terms of just, you know, not really getting a ton of pressure. I thought their linebacking core was really good today. You know, I thought their secondary made some plays. They kept everything bottled in. In the first half, Jared Goff had a lot of time, but then they made some key plays that kind of turned this game away. But I felt like Detroit kind of shot themselves in the foot. You know, had some missed fourth and twos, fourth and threes that, you know, kind of didn't go their way. That I felt like if it did, maybe we'd be looking at the score a little bit different. But Chiefs had a great game. They had a great game plan. They played great football. Statement win for sure. And, you know, I don't see a team, and Joel, you tweeted this, I don't really see a team in the AFC that's shown complete dominance to where you don't think it's, you know, it can still be the Chiefs. Because, you know, the Bills, they just lost to the Patriots. You know, the Chargers, they don't have their offensive line. Baltimore is obviously where they're at right now. You know, you look at New England, they're probably still a little bit too inexperienced a little bit. And then other teams are, Pittsburgh. Let's be serious. Their quarterback's Aaron Rodgers. So, like, you're looking at the AFC, and you're probably thinking, like, this is probably as open as it is for the Chiefs, low key. But, you know, just a great statement win all around for them.
Yeah, it was a great win.
Please, go ahead. Sleep.
All right. I think the Chiefs, Riv's right. The defense is playing a lot better lately. But over the last 3 weeks, it really feels like the offense is what's showing out here. You know, 37, 28, 30 points over the last 3 weeks. And they've gotten these dominating wins too. Let Joel, you know, throw your jab at Lamar. Go ahead. Right now, you're winning. But we know at the end of the year, we know what's going to happen. Lamar's going to be in the playoffs. He's going to beat the Steelers. But you could get your jab in for right now.
It's never happened.
It will happen. But anyway, they have the dominant win over the Ravens, right? You win that 37-20. You have a dominating win over the Lions. Those are, I know we look at Baltimore now as like a shell of themselves, but in the time, that was a team we're looking at like a borderline top 5, definitely top 10 team in the NFL. So the fact that you have 2 dominating wins already this early in the season, I think just goes to show that this team, even though their record might not show it, they feel like a team that should get the respect if they're 4-1 or if they're undefeated. That's how good they've looked recently. And defensively, I think what's really turned around for them is this run defense. You shut down Derrick Henry. You were able to shut down ETN and the Jaguars. You shut down David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs tonight. So I think over the last couple of weeks, this offense picking up some pace, and then really this rush defense honing in. That's why they're 2-1 the last 3.
I was bummed. I was bummed for multiple reasons. One, of course, Chiefs won. It's never a good day when Chiefs fans are celebrating a W. Number 2, I was kind of disappointed because, of course, we understand that we didn't see the Lions at 100%. The defense was super banged up coming into this game, and then Kirby Joseph goes down after trying to give it a shot. That was a bummer. But I'm disappointed because the offense left meat on the bone. Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the best hands in the National Football League. On that 4th down, it's a perfect pass, especially with pressure in his face. You got to come up with that play. On 4th down, in territory, they try to be super creative. Jared Goff doesn't get set. It was a weird play. I was confused when it happened, but of course, it's the NFL. You see new plays every week, it seems. So I didn't know the rules. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought, hey, nice catch, Goff. Way to hold on and clutch it. That ends up being a penalty. They want to go for it again. Shout out to Chiefs Kingdom. They were loud, and they made it very difficult on the Lions while they were playing offense. You could see that Goff was kind of having issues with the center. Center really couldn't hear, but then he's getting the play call on that 4th down. He can't hear. That leads to delay of game. Now you're kicking field goals. They just did not execute the game plan like we have seen the Lions do outside of that week 1 game. But you got to give credit to the Chiefs defense. Like you mentioned, Dels, that rush defense, it's been one of the best rush defenses that we have in the game. And considering the talent that it's gone up against, you have to give them the ultimate respect. And I say this every week, and I'm tired of it because I genuinely, it feels disgusting coming out praising this guy. But what 15 has been able to do this season has been nothing short of amazing. The offensive line seems ready. It seems locked. Josh Simmons is seeming like one of the best picks that we have in the 1st round, just protecting Mahomes' blind sides. You just see how comfortable that he is. Give credit to the run game, too. I thought Pacheco had himself a solid ball game against one of the better rush defenses in the Detroit Lions. But all in all, Mahomes was just executing and just being very meticulous with his passing and with the continuity and the consistency that we saw out of their offense. But all in all, give some acknowledgement to Kansas City. You beat a great team in the Detroit Lions. However, I'm not going to overreact too much to this. The Lions weren't at 100%, but you got to play who's on your schedule. You got to play who's playing while they're healthy. So you won a big game in prime time and you look great while doing it. Kudos to you.
Everybody thought the Lions was going to dismantle the Chiefs defense, and it was not that way at all. The Lions at most got 2, 3 really great drives if we're being generous. I just think that what it comes down to is that the Chiefs at 3-3, it does not matter that the Indianapolis Colts are 5-1, that the Steelers are 4-1, that the Bills are 4-1, that the Jaguars are 4-2. The Chiefs are the very best team in the AFC, and they have lost some tight ones. They lost to the Chargers. I thought that was the only game of the year that they got vehemently outplayed. When they lost to the Eagles, Travis Kelce drop away from taking control of that one. It ends up in an interception. I thought KC looked like the better team. When they went up against Jacksonville, they had more total yards by a wide margin against
game.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville also got 99 yards on a pick 6. That
they did, but I thought the Chiefs outplayed the Jaguars. There's only been one game this year where I feel like the Chiefs haven't outplayed their opponent. So in my mind, they aren't 3-1. This is a 5-1 football team. There's only one real loss on the schedule, and this is the very best team in the AFC.
Making shit up.
And Rashee Rice, what we're about to see him do in this offense, we're going to see him cement himself as a top 10 wide receiver in football once he goes on this run with Kansas City.
Good take.
Patrick Mahomes, as of right now, 15 total touchdowns, 2 turnovers. He's playing like a top 3 quarterback in football. You can even say he's playing like the best quarterback in football. There has been no quarterback that has dominated the game like Patrick Mahomes over the past 7 years. And in his first years in history, he has been the very best. I look at the AFC and I look at a Chiefs team that is going to make the Super Bowl for the 4th straight time this season. That's
I don't
who
think
I
it's
see.
crazy. I don't, Rib. I see your face and I hear what you're saying, but I don't think it's that crazy.
No,
What's
that,
wrong with
that-
that they're doing
What's
this
wrong
without
with what he
Rashee?
said?
no, that wasn't the crazy. I wasn't even upset at that part. It
Rashee
was
Rice
everything
take is
before that.
golden.
It was
The Rashee
everything
Rice
before
take
that.
is elite.
Just what Mahomes dominating for 7 years.
That was no, it wasn't even that part. First of all, if we can be honest here. Mahomes has not been the best quarterback so far. We can be honest. We can be
Drake May's been
upfront.
better than he has.
We can be honest. We can be
Drake May?
upfront. I was thinking more Baker Mayfield, but that's cool too. You know, we can be honest. We can be upfront. Rashee Rice being a top 10 wide receiver. Let's wait. There's a lot of dudes.
I don't hate
Like,
that.
There's a lot of dudes. Let's wait.
He's gonna be great.
Let's Rashee's gonna be awesome.
He's going to
Let's
dominate.
wait. Let's wait on that. Let's
Love him,
wait on
man.
that.
Not ashamed. I love him.
7 years. I ain't got shit to say about that. She's been a Super 4 times. I ain't got shit to say about that. Just, you know, a lot of caping going on. A lot of
Daniel Jones been better than Mahomes too. Now I think about it.
I don't know why I took it that long to think about it. It's not even true.
I don't know about that. This is the best Mahomes has looked in the last 3 years, comfortably though.
This
Like,
is the best the Chiefs offense has looked. We're getting back to 2022 levels. And
I'll also say Travis Kelce looked good tonight.
yes,
Travis Kelce looked like he had a
still
little
looks
extra
old.
half
We
step.
saw a
He
clip.
did not look
He's been cooking
slow
since.
and old like he typically has. He looked good.
Nah, he looks old, bro. He's just more savvy. He looks old.
The
I
last
thought tonight
time
he looked good.
the
I
No,
thought
he
Chiefs,
looked
tonight
good for sure.
agile.
he did. The last time the Chiefs offense was this statistically great was 2022. The
That
second
feels
best
right,
receiver, was Juju. Kelsey was still in his prime. This team has Xavier Worthy, Rashee. Kelsey, I think, is at least still like average. And Mr. Tyquan Thornton has broken onto the scene as a legitimate deep threat who Mahomes
didn't
can
do-
just
didn't
pass
play
the
tonight.
ball down to.
What the
So I think, man, this
Georgia.
is it's looking awesome for the Chiefs right now. The Lions, we don't overreact, right? You know, it's a bad loss, but the Lions have shown that they'll beat the Bengals and the Browns and the Bears of the world on their schedule. So they'll rattle off those wins there.